just back. Just back. It's taken me 2 years. I reckon the annoying little rat of a man. It must have been the most annoying thing he has ever asked me to do. When he said, "Go off and kill the giant Girion, the one with 3 heads," I thought to myself, oh, another monster killing job. I mean, not very original. More nicking of cows. I mean, has the man got a cow fetish? I suppose he does, yes. He looks like a rat, so I suppose he has a cow fetish. Anyway, I went down the harbour and chartered a boat. I asked around first, of course, and the sailor said, "Oh, Girion, he lives in Atlantis. Beyond the world's end." And I asked them what they meant by that, and they said that since the war with the giants, the great inland sea has been just that, one great sea, like the navel around which all the world is arranged. And that which the gods used to own lies beyond that sea. And there is a great mountain at the edge of the world now, where once there was a river raised up by the giants to contain the power of the gods. And that beyond that, there lies the wild sea of Oceanus. And not too far into that sea is a great long island. And in that island, Girion. And the cattle he stole from Phoebus, Lord of the Sun, walks. And the cattle walk like sunlight. They ballet do as well. And I thought to myself, oh no. All right. Looks like it's going to be geography, this one. Do you think in future times they'll taught how I made the Mediterranean, built this sea? So I got myself the boat. I got myself a skeleton crew, no employing arses like Theseus this time. Heroes with their own agenda. No. Nice, sensible fisher folk for me this time. And we sailed out into the sea. And beyond the normal, I don't know, you would have thought that Poseidon and the rest got tired of sending serpents and sending squid and I don't know what to try and unsettle me. Don't they know I'll just tap them on the head? Or do they just sit there like as if it was some sort of rat hunt? The gods. Anyway, whatever. We came to that high mountain. And as normal, on the top of the high mountain, there was a great fiery dragon belching out fire, which everybody had neglected to say. So I climbed up the mountain and it raised its glorious head. And I asked it very kindly to leave, because I do get tired of all of this. I really do. And of course it belched out fire, so I shot it dead. And then I came up to the mountain's lip and I thought to myself, as I looked out and I saw a very far away, it was not near, I needed all my divine sight, the mighty land upon which Girion lived. I hope he's not going to be unreasonable. Why did I even think that? Well, I got out a club, as you do, and a great spade that I'd taken from the boat. And I put it on the side of the volcano, and I smashed, and I smashed, and I smashed. And the volcano spilled down either side, and as it spilled aside, I blew the magma to the left and to the right, to the left and to the right, to the left and to the right, smashing the volcano down, blowing the magma, building up mighty mountains to the left and to the right, rising up huge pillars, a great rock to the north, a great rock to the south. And the sea went red as the sun rejoiced, as the power of Phoebus spread beyond the land of the middle. ocean, back to Oceanus. And I heard Poseidon roar as he claimed mastery over Oceanus again. And all the gods of the world took back their broad dominions. So why do they always send monsters against me? I ask you. Anyway, I raised up then the mighty pillars. No doubt they will be called the Pillars of Hercules. You'll learn about it in geography, my son. And I sailed my little boat. Oh, of course, the sailors wouldn't sail through the Pillars of Hercules, so I let them go. We built them another boat so they could sail home. Never say I don't worry about my crew. Unless they're arses and heroes and strutters, I do. So we sailed up. I sailed then by myself to that wide ocean, beaching the boat. And I came inland. And as soon as I came inland, I heard a howl. A ferocious howl. A fierce howl. And there was a dog. Huge it was. So much larger than that one. With an extra head. And old teeth. And snake. And I said, sit, but it wouldn't. So after we had done the obvious and it lay dead, there was a bellow as its owner, and I tried to explain, and I asked him whether he had a licence for a dangerous dog, and all he did was throw a spear. Well, that was that. He might have been very tall. I hoped for a moment he was Girion. But that didn't save his life, I'm afraid. And then at last, I thought to myself, well, I've killed somebody who could have been a giant for all I know and care. And I'll just claim the cattle. For as the sun had started to set, and as the sun started to set, for it was evening, I saw the cattle glowing red. I thought, I'll just take them and be gone. But as I started to round them up, the dark itself started to form itself into a shape. A growing shape, a shape of hating, a shape of loathing, a shape that grew and grew until in front of me, taller than that hill over there, was a great giant with 3 heads, and each head looks at me with eyes hotter than the setting sun, and with the full fury of his tribe. The giants who are older than Kronos, the first masters of the chaos. And I looked at him full in the face and said, look, I'm a son of Zeus. Do we have to go through this me killing you routine? And Girion, the giant, bellowed his fury and spat fire at me. But because I am a gent, I let him have the first strike. He took out a great sword, the kind of sword the giants do use. They're rather cumbersome, and he struck down at me. So I jumped over the sword as you do, and I said, please, I don't want to have to kill you as well. Megirion, he wasn't saying any logic, and he reached out, and I let him pull me up. To be honest with you, I couldn't have reached his head any other way. And as he pulled me up towards his head, the little arse, he hadn't quite got hold of my elbow properly, and of course I had a poisoned dagger in it, so I stabbed him down on the finger. The finger let go, I climbed up onto his hand and I shot him full in the face with my great arrows. And then as he stumbled back, the poison took a while, I took out my club and I struck off each one of his heads. And the creature fell down, and as he fell down, his entire land became ruined under his fall. And I had just enough time to round up the cattle, put them in my boat, get back to my pillars, which work as lighthouses. But in the wreck of Girion, the wild land that had been his own fell with him. And there was nothing left but the Oceanus and the sea. Fine by me, I thought. I'm not going back there. But in the storm it wrecked my boat. So I was sentenced to walk from the Pillars of Hercules all the way round through Spain Do you realise how many criminals there are in Spain? And how many sons of Poseidon saying, those cattle are ours? I fully counted 5. Why do they need to be killed? And then we came to Italy. In Italy, one of my bulls, Italius, escaped. He went all the way down to Palermo. He was taken by one of the dark gods who was going to sacrifice him. And then yet again, the dark god wouldn't see reason. So I did the obvious. And as I was going back through Italy, Calcus, a half dragon, half man, thought, oh, I'll have one of them when he's not looking, and stole one of my prize cows, one of the milking cows, hid it behind a cave. But he's a dragon, he has claws. Any idiot can follow them. I was sleeping at the time, I'd had enough. So I knocked very loudly on his door and he shouted, how did you know it was me? And came out spitting fire. I asked him reasonably. No good. Well, I hung his heads on the mighty Alps that I reared up on the way out. Oh, I reared them to stop the bulls going bloody back into that peninsula. It's Italy, they're going to call it afterwards, because the bull that escaped was Italicus. And then I came back through Greece. The bulls escaped, I chased them around Thrace, and in the end I took them back to that rat of a man. And do you think he was grateful? No, he badly wasn't. I've had just about enough of this. I've got 2 more to do, and that's that. I don't care anymore. Sorry to be so grumpy in the dawn. I've just about had it with gods and monsters and killing things. And if you were me, you'd have had it too.